Welcome back to the Tea and the Butty podcast with me, Dominic.
And me, Erica. Why was that like, welcome back?
Welcome back.
Oh my god.
It's my accent coming through. It's my Texas accent, baby.
I don't know where you're getting that one from.
What do you mean you don't know where I'm getting that one from? I live in Central Texas, I'll have you know.
Let me just ask the listeners, do you think I have a Texas accent? I mean, just maybe we'll put a little poll or something and say, do you think Erica has a Texas accent?
Yeah, so that's going to be the poll for this week is, do you think Erica has a Texas accent? And if not, what accent does she have? Tell us in the comments. Write to us.
Anyway.
This episode's all about, this is part of our television series. This is about dramas now.
Episode 2.
This is episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah.
Of the television series. Mm-hmm. We're talking about British...
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, dramas like that. I mean, we're not going to be able to get away from the fact that some of the dramas are police shows. And, you know, because we're going to talk about police shows.
We're going to, make that a separate episode because I think there's so many in Britain and America.
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Loads. Too many.
But, you know, the funny thing when we were looking up, like, a list of British dramas...
Yeah.
You guys don't really do dramas in the way that... You don't do drama series in the way that we do in America.
It's kind of like a mini-series or a TV movie or something like that,
Mini-series is mostly, like, special things. I mean, your ongoing dramas are just really your soap operas, which I guess maybe we should do an episode on soap operas too, probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we probably should do that. Yeah, there's been a few that have been remade over here. Being Human.
Which I've heard of.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it, no, but it's called Being Human over here.
And in Britain, yeah.
And in Britain, so
these are British dramas
that
have
have been remade over here, yeah. Another one was Broadchurch, which was Grace Point.
Yeah, we watched that, didn't we?
We watched it.
It was exactly
the same, and with David Tennant, albeit him doing an American accent.
Yeah, but it was exactly
the same story.
The same names, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. And I think the only twist in the plot was the guy that did it in the British version didn't do it in the American version. It was a slightly different ending. Because everybody was like, well, I know what's going to happen now. You know, yeah. I've watched Broadchurch. Yeah,
because they showed it over here, didn't they? Unlike some of the other
They showed it on BBC America, yeah.
Yeah. And it was huge in Britain, so of course people in America who are on, like, Twitter and stuff are like, oh, cool, it's going to show... You know, we're going to see it over here so we can know what they're talking about. So everybody who, like, already knew about it and wanted to see it had seen it before this Grace Point was made. Yeah, it was really weird.
That's the thing. I mean, you know, years ago, obviously without the internet, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, you could get away with remaking a show over here and the general public not realizing, like Sanford and Son and, you know, what we're talking about in sitcoms, you know, all the sitcoms pretty much were remakes of British shows.
Yeah.
The American public didn't know. But now they're on Twitter and they're starting to kind of see things that aren't, you know, tailor-made. Because, I mean, a lot of the media over here it just blocks out what's going on in the rest of the world.
Something that we didn't really mention in our culture going both ways, you know, across the Atlantic. I can't remember what we called that episode, but the importing of culture. Yeah, okay. We didn't really, while we're talking about the internet, I just think it's something we need to mention that, you know, Britain has always gotten American culture, American television, American films and everything. So they've always sort of, they get more news also about what's going on over here than we get. We just get the major headlines. I don't know. Maybe we did mention that. Anyway, so you guys have always sort of known a bit more about us than we know about you for that reason.
Yes, yeah.
But the last 20 years, we've had this thing called the internet, and people are able to communicate with people in other countries. And it's just like, I think now, actually, you know, and I say now, meaning the last 5 years, even more recently than that even, it's become even more true that people are communicating with people in other countries. I think especially because of YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter hashtags and stuff.
And yes, the hashtags. And they can find out what's trending, what people are talking about in other countries. Americans have made friends with people in Britain, let's say. And everybody and all their British friends online are talking about this certain thing. And they're like, oh, what's that? Let me look into this, so that I can know what they're talking about and like get in on it. And I think that's why we're starting to get more just British kind of everything over here because the people are demanding it now.
Yeah, the people are like, okay, this is a big thing over there.
Why don't we have this,
And, of course, there's going to be the odd people resisting to go, well, we don't do that here.
Oh, well, of course, yes.
We don't do that here because that's stupid.
We're not British, our grandfather, our ancestors fought to get away from that.
My ancestor, George Washington, who I'm directly related to.
Yes.
I didn't know you were there.
But anyway, so that's like a little bit off topic of the point of today. But it does tie in with
it ties in with everything,
with the Broad Church and Grace Point
thing. Yeah, because I remember everyone on Twitter was going, "What is going on? He's going to do it. We know who's done it."
I remember seeing everybody going, and I'm not watching this
And
anymore.
then when it happened, it was just like, haha, surprised you or something. It came up on the TV like, oh, you bet you weren't expecting that ending or something. Something on Twitter, I think it was. It was like a Twitter hashtag that came up on the TV.
Oh, maybe.
And it was just like, everybody was like, oh, wow, you twisted it to be the other guy. It's like, it's still,
A lot of people dropped out. I remember seeing people on Twitter going, I'm done with this.
This is awful.
This is exactly like the other one. Like, I've already seen the other one. I don't need to watch this. Yeah. Anyway,
on to another one. 11th Hour, which I watched. It was another mini-series with Patrick Stewart and Ashley Jensen.
I haven't heard of it. Maybe I've heard of it, but I don't know.
Patrick Stewart played Professor Ian Hood. And Ashley Jensen was his minder. She was like his government agent minder. I think she worked for Special Branch or something. And he was like a scientist that knew stuff.
Oh.
And people were trying to kill him. He knew something. He knew too much, and it was a good show, but it only lasted it was a mini series. But over here, apparently, they've made a huge series out of its ongoing. And another one was House of Cards, which a lot of people didn't realize was.
I didn't. I've never watched House of Cards.
Again, it's a short series. It was made in I think the early 90s.
Oh,
and
really?
It was the same sort of thing. It was like a British government scandal.
Yeah.
And the guy covering things up and. And now over here,
I wonder if it was I haven't seen the American House of Cards. We probably need to watch that, actually.
Yeah, we've only seen, one episode or two episodes of it.
Yeah, that your Dominic's friend showed us last time we were in Britain. I like those kind of political things, but I have heard that it's a bit, outrageous.
Yeah, there's a little bit, suspend your belief and everything.
Yeah. So I wonder if the British version was like that.
Maybe. I never saw it. I never saw it, so
yeah.
I don't know how popular it was. I mean, I'm guessing it wasn't that popular, but it was a good premise enough for Netflix to remake it.
Yeah.
The next one is Life on Mars, which was a good show. We watched it.
Yeah, I didn't really remember that we remade it over here.
Yeah, it only lasted one series.
Yeah, huh.
And
okay, well, that's why then.
Yeah, it only.
We've got so many shows over here; it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, everybody remakes a popular British show, and it doesn't really get famous over here because probably already people have seen it already.
Well, I mean, even there's plenty of American shows that I've
seen, most definitely.
That Meghan Markle one. I had never seen an episode of that. Never Suits, even 5 seconds of it. Yes, but apparently that's something that's popular in Britain enough for her to now be a princess.
Well, yeah, it got her up there, didn't it? They were like, make that woman a princess. Go for it, Harry.
So we had a series of
Life on Mars, yeah. I mean, it was a slightly different ending, but it was the same sort of thing. If you haven't seen the British Life on Mars, go check it out. Philip Glenister and John Sim.
Yeah, John Sim is, you'll know him probably from Doctor Who.
Doctor Who was the master. Yeah.
He's the best master, in my opinion.
They made a sequel to Life on Mars called Ashes to Ashes, which was never remade over here, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, you didn't really like that one. I did. Yeah. It was basically like a time travel police drama. That's basically what it is.
It's a bit odd, but
it's a bit odd, but you'll probably enjoy it. Another one was Mistresses. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I have heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Never heard of either of them, no.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was about women who were mistresses.
Yeah, I think
probably, so. I don't know. I didn't. I have never seen an episode, so people clue me in. Shameless.
I'm not a drama person, really. I don't generally watch that many dramas. So, yeah, a lot of these are totally lost on me. I mean.
Oh, I mean, we've kind of started watching dramas.
I've started watching British dramas. I'm not so big on American dramas.
It's a little bit too, a lot of American dramas are a lot of Lifetime Hallmark movie
A lot of
stuff.
Our dramas from the past were tearjerker type things, a lot of hospital, and I'm just not, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't, okay?
I just can't do that. I can't watch it, you know what I mean? Shameless.
Shameless is huge, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an episode of it.
And I didn't realize it was a British one either.
It's almost the same thing over here. It's called Shameless over here, so.
Yeah. I love William H. I think William H. Macy's the one in that.
In the American one, yeah.
Yeah. And I love him, but I've never seen it. Yeah. Don't know.
Don't know. So clue us in. If you've seen it, if you like it, tell us. Are we going to look at the top British dramas now?
This is according to BBC America, though, so.
BBC America.
Yeah. So I don't know, but.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these, we've seen some of them. I've seen a lot of them anyway. Number one is Doctor Who.
Number one drama of all time. And I don't even consider
it's
it
like
a
science
particular.
fiction TV. Yeah, it's like science fiction.
Yeah.
It used to be a kid's show.
Number one drama of all time.
This is
Doctor Who. It's just like,
because it's been going for so long, but also.
But is it a drama?
In the reboot, it's like, I don't know. I guess so.
I guess
it's like a comedy drama sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah. Number two is North and South, which is not a remake. Well, it kind of is, I suppose.
It's not like our North and
It's
South.
not like your North and South with Patrick Swayze and what's his name?
I don't know if you guys. I'm dating myself.
That was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was in the 80s. Yeah, if you can remember, the miniseries. It was sort of like at the time a modern day Gone with the Wind story, but it was a miniseries. Yeah, it was set around the Civil War, and it was a drama. Yeah.
Patrick Swayze was on the Confederate side. What was his name?
Oh God, I can't remember.
There was someone on.
It was little, okay.
Yes, I can't remember his name. I know. Jonathan Frakes was in it in a supporting role.
Yeah, we watched it.
We watched it
several years.
We watched it several years ago. Yeah. Yeah, and I liked it. It was pretty good. It was before Dirty Dancing. It was pre-Patrick Swayze Dirty Dancing. Yeah, I think so. Oh, the first series was, and then I think they made the second series after he made it, and so he was a bigger deal.
Kirstie Alley was in it.
Kirstie Alley was in it, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
But this North and South is sort of the same thing. It's like the class
North
system.
North and South in Britain.
In Britain, yeah.
Yeah. But it's set around the same time period.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen an episode of it, but I've heard about it.
Okay, well, don't take us for authorities on this.
Don't take us for authorities on this, please. Number 3 is Pride and Prejudice.
Now, is that with Colin Firth?
I'm guessing so.
So that's a miniseries then.
Another miniseries,
yeah.
It's
like
you guys don't drama.
do ongoing drama like
we it's do. Like mostly period dramas.
Because we can have I'm thinking of Lost now as one of our dramas, and that was a drama that I watched. That's more in my vein though. I'm not so like soap opera-y type drama person. That went for several seasons though, and you guys just don't have any dramas really like that. Although, yeah, you do. Luther?
I think that's a Netflix show.
Oh.
I think it's a Netflix show anyway. It might be. Oh, no, it's BBC.
It's BBC, I think.
It's BBC, but I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, I get confused with all that because, everything gets sold to Netflix so other people can watch it. Because people don't watch TV anymore. Number 4 is Life on Mars again. Yeah. Which was...
yeah, it was good. Life on Mars. It was good.
John Sim. Yeah, everybody check it out. Number 5 is Prime Suspect, which was what launched Helen Mirren into, a household name.
Yeah.
She'd obviously been acting before that, but...
And that's like a detective?
It's a detective. She was...
Okay. Detective dramas I like.
She was Detective Inspector Jane Tennyson, I think. I get, that was in the 90s. She played, hard as nails.
Interesting. I love her.
Yeah. And number 6, State of Play, which I think was another miniseries.
Political. I think it was journalists trying to figure out a political cover-up or something. It had everybody in it. Yeah. Yeah. When we were looking up the description, because you haven't seen it, have you?
No.
I think we need.
I think I've heard of it.
I think we need to see it though. Looking at the description, I was like, "Why have we not seen this?" It looks really. It sounds really good. Sounds right up our alley. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Number 7 is MI5, which is Spooks. I've only seen a couple of episodes. It's about spy stuff. And MI5 is...
I'm shocked that that's something you haven't seen, though, because you love your spies, don't you?
Yeah,
Dominic thinks he is a spy.
Not a spy. Spooks is what they called it, but MI5 is, yeah. that was, I haven't really seen it to know...
To talk about it?
To talk about it or know who's in it. Number 8, though, I definitely have. Sherlock,
yeah.
Great show. Benedict Cumberbatch, really taking Sherlock Holmes into the 21st century.
The thing about British television, though, is you really saw it with my mom, didn't you? Because some of these shows that we really enjoy, we've shown my mom to these British shows. Yeah. And she's like, "What? Now we have to wait 2 more years for the next season?" Yeah, because
Sherlock's annoying with that, and I don't think they're coming back with it anyway.
Because in Britain it's just the show goes off the air for just who knows how long.
A year or 2, maybe.
2, 3, maybe.
And then it'll come back.
And it's just it's coming back. And everybody in Britain's like, yay! If they tried to do that in America, we would just be like, who cares? I'm over it. No.
And it's is that a testament to how short your memories are? Or
maybe. Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Say that happened with, I don't know. Well, This Is Us.
Right.
They ended it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And didn't come back for 2 years.
Nobody
would bother.
No, because number 1, I don't remember what's going on. I don't remember. It's no, I can't remember what is even going on. I cannot be bothered watching this when it comes back on. It's just and number 2 is just yeah, I've got other things to watch now. I don't care about that anymore. They should have just stayed off the air. Because there would be 3 episodes each season?
3, and they were all movie length.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it would be there would be one freaking clunker. There'd be one clunker in each season. It's that episode was a bit womp. But the other 2 would be really good, so that made up for it. But
yeah, I remember you saying that about the first series.
Come on.
Number 9 is I, Claudius, which was the 1970s BBC production, had John Hurt and Patrick Stewart in it. It's about Rome,
Yeah. Patrick Stewart was in that too?
Yeah, that was one of his early roles.
Patrick Stewart got in on all of these,
Pretty much, yeah. He did. Well, he was in...
Not really, but...
yeah. It's a period piece. Another mini-series.
I love my period dramas.
Yeah.
No, those are the
but
dramas.
It was 1970s
dramas.
production value. It would be trying to watch Paul Dark from the 1970s.
Oh, I can't take
And you
it.
can't take that. No, I know you wouldn't like
BBC production value at that. It's just
yes,
like,
because every time you see the
BBC.
the BBC productions of like classic Doctor Who, you're all like, it's cheap. It looks cheap.
Or even if it was a comedy, it's just like, I cannot get into this. It looks so...
You like Dad's Army.
Terrible.
That was 1970s.
Dad's Army was cute, yeah. But it had old men, so there you go.
Number 10 is Upstairs, Downstairs.
Which you say is like what Downton Abbey basically
yeah, and that's
off.
not even on this top 10.
It's so weird. The lists that I looked up, Downton Abbey was not in anybody's top 10.
Because so many people were like, oh, it's just a soap opera.
Apparently it was way more popular over here than it was in Britain.
Yes, I think it got way more popular in the US than it did in the UK.
Which I find really weird. But...
I know, and I think I know why that is. It's because it's was kind of like a soap opera rather than a drama.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like Coronation Street. Everybody's like, oh, Coronation Street, no,
Yeah.
EastEnders, blah,
Yeah.
Downton Abbey was a period soap opera.
I went...
I got the full force of it over here because everybody was obsessed with it. Downton Abbey,
yeah.
Downton Abbey, Downton Abbey.
Yeah. I want, if we have British listeners, I would like to know your top... If
top
you
10.
well, I don't know if you want to go so far as to make a top 10 list, but if you agree with this list, if you agree with the ones that we've just read out, again, that was BBC America's top 10, so
yeah,
a little bit iffy there, but
little bit iffy.
But if you want to let us know your top 3, we've chosen our top 3. You want to go ahead and do your top 3, or before we move on to the American?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, my number 1 is Sherlock. I really think that's really
of all time. Yeah, it is good.
It's a good
great.
drama.
Yeah,
it
is great.
It's very well done. Very well done.
Yeah.
On some of the episodes, Benedict Cumberbatch really well played as Sherlock Holmes. I mean, he did a really great job. Number 2 is Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. I love it. Oh, I can't wait for it to come
I wanted to
on.
watch, because I remember when I wanted to watch that, and you were like, what's that?
Because the title is so stupid, I cannot
You were like, what's
take
that?
it.
Oh, it looks stupid. I don't know what it is. I said, I think you're
going
going
to
to like...
It looks stupid. The title.
It sounds
totally
stupid. Oh, that
out.
sounds stupid. What's this? Oh, it's something stupid that you're going to show me. Oh.
Because you're like, oh, it's
and
all
then,
about
but
their
after
flat
the
caps, and they used to keep a razor blade in it, and they called them Peaky Blinders, and I was just like, that is freaking ridiculous. Like, why would you name a show Peaky Blinders? But it's the best show. It's like second to The Sopranos for me, I think. It is so good. I don't know why everybody in the world is not like, whoa, this is the
coming
best
on, and it comes on
show."
BBC Two too.
It's so good. It is so good.
And BBC Two usually they relegate like stuff that's not good enough for BBC One to go on BBC
If
Two.
you guys like The Sopranos, you will love Peaky Blinders. If you liked Boardwalk Empire, you will love Peaky Blinders. If you like period dramas, you will love Peaky Blinders. If you like anything mafia or organized crime related, you will it's very violent.
Very violent, yeah. It's very on the scale of Sopranos with that and The Godfather and stuff like that.
The language and the violence, it's like hardcore.
It's set in Birmingham in the 1920s.
So
or 1930s too.
So good.
And, if you've seen it, you'll know. I mean, Cillian Murphy's in it.
We will do a podcast when it comes back on because I am obsessed.
Cillian Murphy's in it and he plays Tommy Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Shelby. And... Tommy Shelby from...
That was me slurping the microphone, by the way.
Yes. She's always slurping the microphone. Can't stop her slurping the microphone. And it's just, he leads a gang, of criminals known as the Peaky Blinders, but he's more, he's getting into things,
He's getting them, he's
He's elevating their status,
He's a bit Michael Corleone in that he wants to go legit.
He wants to go legit, but cannot go legit.
Yeah.
Because the government won't let him go legit, basically.
Yeah. And it's so good. We won't tell
really
you
good.
too much about it.
Yeah.
You just got to check it out.
It's coming back anyway.
Yes.
I think for the 4th season? Or is it the 5th?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, Tom Hardy was in it too.
Yes, so good. Yeah. So good. Tom Hardy's genius in this show too.
Yeah. Number 3 on my list, though, is Our Friends in the North, which was another mini-series. You didn't like it so much, but...
No, that is the kind of drama I do not do. Just depressing.
It was period drama, but it was 20th century period. It was from the 60s to the 90s.
It makes my teeth hurt.
And it had everyone,
depressing.
and it had everyone in it. It had Gina McKee, it had Daniel Craig, it had Mark Strong, Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
It had everybody who was everybody at that time, you know, and who's still everybody, you know. And it was so good. It was about a group of friends.
It really was not good.
It was good. If you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. They all lived around Newcastle
It's
area.
so depressing. I can't.
And they were friends in the 60s, and then it just showed their lives as they grew apart and went everywhere else.
Depressing.
But... And it wasn't depressing. It was very happy. They all lived happily ever after.
No,
Erica loved it.
That's the kind of...
Especially Daniel Craig's Geordie Peacock storyline.
No, it's like it finished, and I'm just like, really? Like, you just wasted so many hours of my life. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep watching this. Like, this is going to turn around. This is going to be okay. I can't. That's why I don't really do drama, because of this show. No, not because of this show, but this show is like the epitome of why I don't, of the type of drama that I do not. Okay.
I think it was very good.
Depressing. Yeah.
Anyway, that was my top 3. Thank you very much.
So we'll go on to the American list, and actually we don't have, I think this was a Business Insider's list or something like that. I have no idea. Yeah. I can't remember.
You looked it up.
Sorry about that. We didn't write it down for some reason. So it's kind of like a weird. Oh, actually, this was Ranker.
Oh, is it Ranker?
Yeah, I was gonna do another site, and then I found a Ranker. Okay, so this is from Ranker, just like the sitcoms list that we took, only this is their dramas list. So number 1, American dramas. They said number 1 of all time, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah, that had rave reviews.
Oh my god, everybody loved it. Never seen an episode.
I think we saw.
Cannot comment.
We saw some of the final episode.
Oh enough. Yeah, why did we?
I don't know.
Because everybody was watching it.
Everybody was on, but it was just like we've never seen an episode.
Yeah, we saw the final episode.
Bits of it, anyway. I mean. Yeah. Number
2, though, I totally agree with, but I think that we'll have a little debate here as to whether it's American or not. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Love Game of Thrones.
It's just got a bunch of it's got a bunch of British actors in it, and it's filmed partly in Britain.
Written by an American, but I think we can both claim that one actually.
Yeah, because HBO do it, so
yeah.
So yeah,
written by an American, produced, distributed by American network, but everybody's pretty much British. Are there Americans in it? I can't.
No, I don't
really
think
of.
If there's American actors in it, they're doing British accents.
Yeah, I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. Number 3, The Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
And personally, and again, I've never seen Breaking Bad, but I don't care that I've never seen it. The Sopranos is number 1 on that list for me.
Yeah.
And then Game of Thrones. Probably, yeah, they're quite tied, I would say. Love The Sopranos. Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini, you just cannot get any better. So good. Number 4 is The Wire, which a lot of people loved. Again,
Idris
never
Elba
seen
was
an
in
episode.
It, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I think he was in it.
That's the one with
Dominic West.
Dominic West, yeah.
I think Idris Elba was in it too. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Again, can you claim that British or American?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were doing American accents.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It was set in America as well. So,
yeah.
Number 5. Oh, people are gonna really hate me with this one. Number 5 on their list is Mad Men. Never seen an episode.
Yeah, that's a period piece again.
Yeah.
1960s.
I'm sure it's probably something we would like.
Yeah, probably.
The Wire probably is too, actually, because we like that kind of like detective cop type things. Yeah, CIA, whatever. I'm not sure what, but
CIA, CID.
Yeah. Nope. Never seen an episode of Mad Men, but people love it. Number 6, Dexter.
I only saw an episode.
What is he, like a psychotic plastic surgeon or something?
Something, I don't know. Yeah, he's some kind of psychotic doctor of some kind.
Doctor? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I saw a couple of episodes. Timothy Dalton was a guest star in it, so...
The actor, I don't know his name. He was from 6 Feet Under, though, and I did watch that when that was back when it was on. I did watch that, and that was a good drama, creepy and weird and whatever, but yeah, I never seen Dexter. Number 7 is House.
Yep. Hugh Laurie in the title role there.
How come there's so many British people in these American dramas?
Yeah, I don't think anybody knew Hugh Laurie before he went to House.
Yeah. I think Friends people did.
Oh, Friends, because he was in that.
Just because he was in that one clip,
scene.
Yeah. But it's like, that was a pretty funny scene, where he's sitting on the airplane with Rachel.
Because she was on her way to London, wasn't she?
To break up Ross's wedding.
Yeah.
And Hugh Laurie goes, "Oh, it's pretty clear to me you were on a break." Yeah, so that's like, if you're a Friends fan, that's a classic line, and you would have remembered him from that, just from that alone. Number 8 is The X-Files. I was never really into sci-fi before I met you, so I
watched like 2 episodes, but I wasn't really a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. People love it. It's huge cult following. Yeah,
came back recently, I think.
And again, speaking of cult following, number 9 is The Walking Dead. My God, people love this show. Yeah. I tried to watch it, and I just could not get into it. I do not understand the appeal.
It's for zombie people who are into zombies.
What is that?
Zombie
about?
And horror. Yeah, I mean, people.
What is it about?
They're like, "Oh, the zombie apocalypse is coming." Oh, it's just like, I don't know what the appeal of that is. But if you like zombies coming, then that's the show for you.
There you go. Number 10 is The Twilight Zone, which is classic.
Classic, yeah.
Can't really say anything else about it. It's just classic. Drama?
Because we're in the Twilight Zone right now.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone very often, yeah. But I don't know. Would you consider Twilight Zone drama? I guess.
It's like the X-Files.
X-Files, yeah.
Science
or like
fiction.
Doctor Who in the British list. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Drama, sure. Why not?
So, on to your top 3
And then
then.
my top 3, really quickly, because we're running out of time. I've said it, I've really given it away, but my number 1 drama of all time is The Sopranos. Number 2, and these are American dramas, so otherwise I would probably put Peaky Blinders on the list, really, but The Sopranos is my number 1 of all time. Number 2 is Game of Thrones, which is basically, like so many people have said before, The Sopranos, but set in a fantasy world, which I agree with. And think it's great. And number 3, I had kind of a hard time because I really loved Lost when it was on air. In the early seasons. The way it ended, the last season, couple seasons or so, turned me off. So it didn't make the list for me.
I was obsessed. Obsessed with saying John Locke.
It's a really, really great show. I just think it went off course. So my number 3 is This Is Us, which does make me cry every single episode, but the writing is so beautiful.
Got Sterling K. Brown in it, Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah. Mandy Moore. Yeah, it's got a huge cast, and the characters are really interesting, deep, likable, mostly. It's got a lot of heart. It's really, really beautifully written, I think. So that's a current show that I am loving.
It is. It's very good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend This Is Us for everybody.
So I think that's it.
I think we're done now.
So Americans now.
Yeah.
I'll pose you the same
a riddle, if you will.
The same question or whatever. Do you agree with the American list that we just said of the dramas, or would you would you switch some out? Yeah. And let us know your top 3 American dramas of all time. And anybody that's in any other countries, if you want to go ahead and give us your top 3 dramas of all time, whether we know what they are or not, maybe there'll be something we might be interested in and we'll like look them up. You know? They could be in French. They could be in German. We don't know. We'll look them up. I don't mind reading subtitles, okay?
Or listening to dubs.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'd rather read subtitles, I think. But yeah, let us know. We're always curious when we do this type of thing. Like, we always want to know what yours are, too, just so we can go, ooh, yeah, that's a good one we forgot, or whatever, yeah.
Yep. Well.
So, tweet us.
Tweet us, Facebook us.
Yeah.
Instagram us.
Comment on the website.
Yeah, teenabuddy.com.
Mm-hmm. Dominic's very tired. I hear the ice cream man. Maybe I'll go buy him an ice cream.
Yes, an ice cream would be very nice. Thank you very much. Goodbye.